Welcome, dear sadhakas. Our exercise to tabulate Vedic mathematics formally requires that we shall have a firm comprehension of the reach attainable by the Vedic mathematics. Therefore, we shall take it that before we have to enter upon the exact, precise, specific tabulation of specific applications of Vedic mathematics with respect to and in terms of specific operations of specific domains, we shall sit comfortably and to permit our mind to melt conditioning because of any specific comprehension orders, linear order, spatial order, and solid order in particular, are in our way to overshadow what are the transcendental values of Vedic mathematics. Therefore, it be taken that today, in continuity of previous session, the focus of the exercise to tabulate Vedic mathematics formulae is to remain as to its broader root view. The concrete operation-wise applications of Ganita Sutras will follow in the coming sessions. The basic aim of the course being to melt the mental states because of linear, spatial, and solid orders. So the overview is to be about precise projection of what is going to be the ultimate reach of Vedic mathematics. Vedangas, particularly Pingala Shastra and Lagadh Jyotish Vedanga, together with Kalap Vedanga, stand settled by the values of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras. And this way, Vedic mathematics becomes the base of Vedic knowledge as it stands organized as a speaking language. As Vedic mathematics has reached us as a speaking language, and same accepts sound and light as a medium having its flow along Sathapatya format. So during present session, our focus is to remain upon these conceptual terms and formats, the way 6 cubes in terms of spatial surfaces envelop the 3-space content, and the way 3-space content as a domain is a synthetic format of 8 3-space domains. So both simultaneously make our Vishwa as a Jagat of the Creator's space creation. It is this creation whose comprehension is to be the touchstone, and as such, one shall sit comfortably and be parallel with the manifestation phenomenon of our Jagat. Our Jagat is a transcendental feature of manifested Vishwa. Vedic mathematics formulae are the features of Vishwa as a Jagat. So we have to enter upon our exercise of tabulation of Vedic mathematics formulae by being clear as to how transcendence takes place from the manifested creations of format. Therefore, let us have a sequential approach. We shall begin with Ganita Sutra 1, complemented by Ganita Sutra 1. Ganita Sutra 1 begins with its first letter A, the sixth vowel, and the second formulation of this sutra, Purvain, begins with the letter Pa. Upsutra begins with elongated A. These three letters that way condition the ultimate reach of these formulations. So when we shall be transiting from letters alphabet to numbers alphabet, then with respect to Ekadikain, its first letter will take us to value 6, and likewise the first letter of formulation Purvain will take us to value 5. On the other hand, formulation A as first letter of Anurupain will take us to value 2. All these triple values as 6, 5, and 2 are interlocked is to be comprehended. It is the interlocking of the artifices of numbers with the dimensional frames which is to be comprehended well. The first letter A of value 6 takes us to 6 space, and hypercube 6 as its representative regular body brings us face to face with domain boundary formulation A raised to the power 6 is to 12 B raised to the power 5. It is the transcendental boundary of 12 components which envelops self-referral domain. The printout of this manifestation of 6-space body within creators the space within the spatial dimension thereof is polynomial 12, and the outer deviation is of 30 degrees at each step. The value 30 is having its relationship with value 6, which when is comprehended, the same will help us have insight, pilgrimage of this domain. 6-space domain is the Surya domain. It is solar universe itself. So how solar universe is lively within the transcendental boundary of 12 components, and that way how we have to work it out as a polygon 12 with each side as a solid side. As 3-space plays the role of dimension of 5-space, so the whole format ultimately reduces to the sides of the polygons being domains. One shall sit comfortably and to permit the mind to be parallel with it. The geometric formats as are depicted on the computer screen bring us face to face with distinct features, and one amongst them is that cube, hypercube 3, is a setup of structural components 30 in number, 8 corner points, 12 edges, 6 surfaces, 1 volume and 3 dimensions. Further, hypercube 8 has a fourfold manifestation layer 6, 7, 8, 9 is of summation value 30. The deviation angle, the external deviation angle of polygon 12 is of 30 degree at each joint. There are 30 structural components of cube. Hypercube 8 is of fourfold manifestation layer of summation value 30. The formulation Kshetrajna, knower of all domains, is 30. Sahita, our scriptures, are of value 30. And the Prakriti is 29, parallel with the TC value of Brahma. And there are precisely 29 gaps of discrete range of 30 points. All these features are lively here in this organization. One shall comprehend these features to have the clear projection of the reach of Vedic mathematics for Vishwa as a Jagat in the form of the sustenance of earth in its dynamic state, carrying along with it the moon revolving around it to have full circular sustenance around the sun and simultaneously having circulations around its own axis as well. How the timeline stands organized is the attainment, and it is this attainment which in fact is the ultimate tabulation of Vedic mathematics formally. Vedic mathematics is as is manifesting the sustenance of earth within our solar universe, the life on earth and existence phenomenon of sun itself are just manifestations of Vedic mathematics formally. Therefore, the sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of virtue shall approach the exercise of tabulation of mathematics formally by taking it that these values, these formulae are manifesting themselves as are the manifestations of Vedangas. One may begin with Lagadh, Yajurved, Jyotish, Vedanga, and Shlokas 7 to 12 will further provide us insight of appropriate enlightenment of the way the values of Vedic mathematics domain stand organized and are lively, and the same are available and are at work with respect to and parallel with our existence phenomenon of the solar universe in its entirety, including that of the existence phenomenon within human frame. The beginning with the first letter A, the sixth vowel, as value 6, will bring us face to face with 6 as a Surya Ank and 6 as a fine summation of 1 6 times and sequential summation as 21 brings us face to face with the way the transition from numbers to Sathapatya takes place. 6 is the first perfect number, 28 is the second perfect number, and Vedic system may be formally defined as a system which, with its initiation with Surya as first perfect number 6, sequentially takes us to the second perfect number 28, the TC value of Brahm, the eternal domain. It is the reach from Surya to eternity, Brahman domain, which that way is the Vedic system. It is Vedic mathematics. The Vedic mathematics is the mathematics of complete coverage of the existence phenomenon from Surya, sun, to Brahm, eternity. In the language of arithmetics, it is a system which smoothly takes from the organization format features of number value 6 to number value 28. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic systems shall glimpse the principal formulations and try to be parallel with them. One such formulation is Om Iti Ek Akshar Brahm. This 5 words formulation, Om Iti Ek Akshar Brahm, when is translated from letters to numbers, and further when the same is translated from numbers to Sathapatya, and still further when it stands translated a transcendental flow along the geometric format, and finally when the transcendence flow accumulation is visited for its remanifestation, then the whole existential transformation process of the existence phenomenon comes before our eyes. Our mind, once is parallel with this manifestation to remanifestation, janam to punarjanam, reach, chase of the Vedic systems, one will be blissfully parallel with the values, pure and applied, of the Vedic mathematics. Srimad Bhagavad Gita text is going parallel with the values of Ganita Sutras, while Srimad Durga Saptasati goes parallel with the values of Ganita Upsutras. Sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic mathematics shall visit Ganita Sutras values as of the manifestation range of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and the values range of Ganita Upsutras be taken as of the manifestation range of the text of Srimad Durga Saptasati. Both Gita and Durga Saptasati are scriptures of 700 shlokas each. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a text of 18 chapters, while Durga Saptasati is a text of 13 chapters. The 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of 29 shlokas, while the last 13th chapter of the text of Srimad Durga Saptasati as well is of 29 shlokas. One shall sit comfortably and to permit the transcending mind to be parallel with it. Therefore, in this background, one is to approach Vedic mathematics of Ganita Sutras, beginning with Ganita Sutra 1, and have sequential reach in terms of its working rule, one more than before. Today, we are just tabulating and indicating as that the specific operations of arithmetic domain, as algebraic domain, as geometric domain, and as transcendental domain are simultaneously worked in terms of the Vedic mathematics. So Vedic mathematics is a unique discipline which is having complete coverage for arithmetic operations, algebraic operations, geometric operations, creations as manifestations, and even transcendence and further as re-manifestation. And that way there is a complete cyclic parallel of our existence phenomenon. From next session, we shall be taking up these values and features. We will be taking up the construction of the number systems, the set theory, and all other operations. And ultimately, we will be face to face with the existence phenomenon as it happens. And also, we will be parallel with the way we have to sequentially melt our mental states because of linear order, spatial order, and solid order. And we will be blissfully transiting from letters alphabet to numbers alphabet to Sathapatya and even beyond. And it is here where we will be blissfully on the enlightenment path, the way Creator himself transcends from the manifested creations and attains the transcendental grace is going to be the bliss of Vedic mathematics students as well. We as sadhakas shall sit comfortably and to approach Vedic mathematics, the Vedic mathematics way. And the Vedic mathematics way is to approach sequentially as per the order of the organization of the text of Ganita Sutras themselves. Ganita Sutras make a complete system. Ganita Upsutras as well make a complete system, and both together as of integrated format make the ultimate blissful mathematical formatting. The Vedic mathematics formula are to lead us ultimate tabulation as of the features of the integrated format of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras. Thank you very much.